10. Let's start it over. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right. It's much better. Thank you. Thanks, Tony. All right. A lot of stuff to cover today. Please have your cell phones silenced, your beepers, your pagers, your iPhone, your iWatch, your Android, your Tesla phones. Make sure they're all silenced, but have them ready to go. Don't forget, Thanksgiving's coming up. So Thursday, November 28th and Friday, the office will be closed. And then we close early on that Wednesday at 3 p.m. Thank you. Meet our newest members who joined our team. We have Doug, Alice, and Amit. We're very glad you guys have joined us. Very excited. I love this slide. A lot of people, when they're going through issues or things are happening, it's really a good reminder to remember what you can control in your life, right? The only things that you can actually control is your positive attitude, your inner peace, what you eat and how to stay healthy, your relationships with your friends and family, finding creative and different ways to make money, and your productivity, right? That's what you can control. Everything outside of that, like what others think of you, how others feel, what others say, other people's motives, all those other things you cannot control. So it's just a good reminder, like you control yourself, you know, and your environment that you are in. So like you need to be positive, have a solid mindset, and that you will have a better outcome. All right, Tom Ferry's kickoff for 2025 for coaching. These are their top things that they're implementing. And as we head into 2025, stay memorable and relevant with your clients comes down to one big secret. Does anybody know what it is? What's the one big secret? What? Contact, dedication, consistency. It all comes back to consistency. Create a daily prospecting routine, right? This is like really key to what you have to implement if you want to have more success. Whether it's 1 hour in the morning or 20 minutes in the afternoon, regular outreach keeps your name in front of potential clients. Use your CRM to stay organized. Track your leads, set reminders, and keep your follow-ups timely. When everything's in one place, it's easier to stay consistent. And then build in regular market research. Know what's happening in your area to provide your clients with the latest insights. This builds trust and keeps you sharp. 2025 can be a year of steady strategic growth if you implement these three ideas, right? So if you're lacking in your daily scheduling prospecting routine, that's something that you need to change. Hopefully you guys have something like this. I know some of you do, but it's really a key thing to basically schedule in your calendar. Like, this is what I do during this time. I know that you guys get hit with clients out of nowhere. I want to go see this house. I want to see it right from like 10 a.m. And you're like, that's my hour, right?
I said right when you're prospecting.
Right when you're prospecting, right? That's how it always happens.
Yep.
You have to get into the habit of saying, you know what, I'm so sorry, I'm booked from 10 to 11, but will 11:30 work, or 1 or 2 p.m.? You basically offer them other alternative times and do your best to stick to your schedule. That's like one of the key things. Using your CRM is so important. By just having a CRM that you utilize, you should close 20 to 25% more deals alone, just from utilizing it. So if you're not like using a CRM, and any CRM you use will work, that's the right one, because not every single one of them is the best, all right? They all have different things that they're lacking in. Others are better at one thing or the other. It doesn't really matter as long as you actually use something for those important reminders. And the two most important we always pound you guys on is the home sale anniversary and birthdays. Yeah, you can actually make phone calls or go pop-bys. Don't do text. Don't do the Facebook that everybody, now it has AI and Facebook that basically writes. Are you guys seeing this? It's writing the things for you. happy birthday. You just hit post, 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 post. Like, seriously, like, think about the time when it's your birthday and who calls you. Who is actually phoning you and talking voice to voice? Who does it? What? Usually parents, family, right? People who are very close to you. You guys need to flip the script and start calling your clients on their birthday. See what a difference it actually makes. All right, I'm off my high horse. Are you on the board? The listing board, that is. In October, we had 59 listings. We didn't quite get off the board, but you know what? That's okay. This tends to happen during this time of year. We get less and less listings, which you'll see in our data. You want to come on up for our raffle drawing. So, let's see. You must be present to win. I like to throw that reminder.
Unless you have COVID and you were on the phone.
Oh, that's right. That was true. Oh, man. Who we got?
Brian Pate.
Brian? Ah! Not here. Next. It always seems to be I'm drawing people who are not here. Hmm?
Alec Closer.
Alec Pleasant? Nope.
All right.
Just? Who? Jill?
Just.
No. Dang.
Fourth time the charm.
Fourth time, always.
Heat? No. Gentry? Gentry here today?
No.
Fifth time.
Gentry's. The one he doesn't come to. All right.
Would you just give it to me?
No. Not
Fire?
No. It's not.
Lucky
He
number.
was usually here too.
Here.
All right. All the people that are usually here. Oh, Josh is here.
What? Josh Hall?
Josh Hall?
In spirit.
Oh, giving a representation today. Wow. All right. Oh.
All right.
The longest one to speak up.
Wow.
50 more to come.
Oh, my God.
Over and under on Tony Pickett.
Sell him. For real? Well, let's name the people that are not here.
Oh, Mariah's, okay, Mariah Fowles, but she's volunteering. A lot of our people are volunteering. Okay, you guys think about, she's volunteering for Ronald McDonald House. With the-
Yeah.
Yeah, Mariah? Okay, Mariah got it.
She's at the Ronald McDonald House volunteering.
Or John
serving
Scott, all right.
Food.
She's cooking.
Cooking.
All right,
All right,
all right,
so
Mariah got it.
you got it. All right, she gets to choose, so.
Can we give her new headshots or
That's what the price is.
$50 bear printing sign?
Yeah, she got it.
Which one? $50?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, thank
Are we
you.
doing the?
No, that's
You
just
only
the
get one.
Yeah, letting her choose.
Got it.
All right. You guys recognize this device, the supercomputer in your pocket? Go ahead and take it out. We're gonna do an experiment. Yeah, get your phones out.
Can we turn the ringer on?
Don't turn the ringer on. You don't need a ringer for this exercise. Okay? And you're going to choose whatever social media platform you like to utilize. And we're gonna use this simple script to get referrals right now. Okay, without ever actually asking for the referral. Ready? Okay, you can type this, or I'm gonna give you an image you can save in a second. But this is the script. Action requested. Sellers are getting more for their house right now. Please finish this sentence. If I could get $1 for my house, I'd move. Please private message me your answer. Who knows? Maybe it could happen. So you can use this script. Okay? Or scan the QR code and it's gonna bring you to this graphic. And you can use this for your Instagram.
How are they supposed to scan it if it's on their phone?
No, scan right now.
Oh, I thought you were trying to post that.
No, I'm telling
How they
you to
gonna-
scan, and it's actually gonna bring this up from Canva. And then you guys can actually take a screenshot, edit the screenshot to shrink it in to basically fit just the image. And then you can save this and then post this if you don't want to type it out. But you guys are going to post this right now. So pick your social media, whatever you're going to use. Instagram, Facebook, something that at least has a messenger connected to it so they can actually message you.
If you get a deal from it, you owe Eric steak.
I thought you were gonna say 25%.
I don't know how.
But if anyone gets a message during the meeting, then let us know. There's a coaching group that I belong to, and this is one that they've started testing, and there are a lot of people getting appointments from this.
Somebody is editing, you can see people editing.
Yeah, don't go and edit it. Just when you scan this, this image is gonna come up in Canva. Take a screenshot on your phone and then edit the screenshot on your phone.
Download it.
Yep. So raise your hand if you've posted it already. I wanna see. Who's posted it? Quiet, they're doing it.
You could also just type this like on Facebook and do like just a Facebook chat,
Color.
like just
Yeah.
a colored image that just says this verbiage too.
Yep.
I'm just stalking out everybody, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't edit it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you see a bunch of people who are like in the image, but don't edit that actual image in Canva on your phone. You're gonna just look at the image itself and then snap a screenshot. And then you can edit that screenshot, because once you snap a photo, you should be able to crop it right on the front of your phone and then save that as an image.
So if you download that to your phone, that's
Yeah.
not enough. You can just.
Yeah, down it right straight to your phone, and then you're gonna post this, and I want you guys to post it right now. Who's posted it? All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, all right, get more.
You can post in a story or post like in a post.
Anything, post, story, doesn't matter.
Done.
Done. All right. Well, that's the quietest meeting ever. All right. Everyone got it?
Yep.
All right, everyone's starting to look up. All right. Time to move on. If someone gets a message, let us know. Okay? All right. Time for the marketing minute with McKenna. Come on up. Talking about marketing. Here you go, I'll let you drive.
All right, sweet. I guess another note on that too is if you do a story, doing like a answer the question kind of thing on your story would also be a good way to do that. So plug in that same verbiage you had and then just type it out as an answer below, on your stories. If you don't know how to do that, let's chat afterwards and we can put it on your Instagram, Facebook stories, because it's a great way for people to just put in their answer and it submits right to your DMs. So anyways, but I'm here to talk about our new marketing request form. So some of you may or may not know, we do have a form for you guys to submit any kind of marketing requests, usually print media, social media, or digital media, or if you need help talking them through your calendar for the marketing, for your marketing year, that's another way that you can submit a request. But I wanted to show you guys, we are right now updating our Kent North website. Some of you probably didn't even know we had a website, but it's kentnorthoffice.johnwillscott.com. On there, we're updating agent resources tab. So you'll see it above there. You can do a drop down to find the 2 marketing things we have on there right now. But in the future, we're going to start hosting some more resources for you guys there, as well as giving the entire website a facelift through our website team. So I want to show you exactly how to submit a marketing request through the new form. So I just want to do a little walkthrough. I don't know.
Hit right, it'll play.
Okay, so Let's see. Okay, so you click the agent resources drop down to find the marketing request or the consultation. So you'll click on the marketing request to go to the form. You'll see the prompt here. It'll pop up right below. Scroll down using the scroll on the side. Fill all your information, first name, last name, email, so we know who to contact in case we have questions and who to submit the file for. And then down below, we have flyers, postcards, social media posts, or feature cards right now as options. So for this example, I chose flyers. I did put a note on here, turnaround time, 1 to 2 days for flyers and print media, 2 to 3 days for mailers and postcards. So keep that in mind when submitting a request for us to get it done in time. For this example, I just chose a one-sided flyer. And then once you choose that, it'll pop up options of the type of flyer. We only have a couple right now, but I'm developing more. And you can also do your own event flyer, which I think I just did for a shell. So for her home buyer class, I just did that. Then put in the property information that you want to go on the flyer. Below you'll see you ask for the MLS number. We ask for this because we have access to incomplete listings. So if your listing isn't live yet, we can still see the bed, bath, square footage on there. Once you're inputting it, put how many flyers you want, the type of paper you want, and then any instructions that might be for like laminating one of the sheets that you want to put out in front of the listing, or making something bigger or smaller, something like that. So, and then once you submit that request, it goes straight to us, and then we do your request within those amount of days. If you like, let's say it's a Thursday afternoon, the listing just went live, and you're like, I really need them tomorrow. Just put that in the additional instructions saying like, I know it's last minute, but like we try to give those requests if you have that, but we do set the preference of we'd like 1 to 2 days to get those things done for you guys since there's a lot of you, there's 150 of you. And so we want to make sure that we can cater to all your guys' needs, but then also get them done in a timely manner. So that's for marketing requests. I also put marketing consultations in here. My schedule sometimes can look kind of crazy, so it helps me stay organized and get to our meetings if you submit a request to meet. So there's a new consultation button that you can choose right underneath the request, and then it'll show you 2 times. You can either do an hour consultation with me. That might be more of like you just join and you want to figure out what you're doing with your marketing and all that, or if you want more of the in-depth consultation on just an event coming up, like let's say you're like, I want to do an event here in December, but I need to make sure I have like little raffle card tickets with my name and logo on it, like little things like that, to the flyer, to the social media post, to I need something to be a thumbnail for my video. Those kinds of things might be more in-depth consultations. And then if it's just a quick 30-minute meeting to brainstorm, I just actually had a meeting with Yvonne yesterday, kind of going through a class that she's teaching next week. But we just sat down for an hour and talked through it. But it went into my schedule, so it's a little bit more organized that way. Helps me stay accountable to helping you guys. So those are the only 2 updates I have for you. But I always like to say, get comfortable with being uncomfortable in your marketing. So that's it.
All right. Appreciate that. All right, let's go over the market update. In your handouts, you do have these. I only print out the King County, the Pierce County ones are very, very long. But you do have these in your handouts, so right here at the back. Let's take a look. For the 6 phases to the yearly housing cycle, we are currently, in the winter market. Obviously, this is where listings, start sharply dropping off each year because people don't like to move near the holidays and then the crappy weather. So it's just kind of naturally how our market looks year after year. This is pretty much the trend that we see. All right, let's take a peek into King and Pierce County market stats. King County for October for total active listings compared to last year, definitely a lot more. For 2024, it was 2870. And last year, same time was 2296. It literally is following the exact same trend, of 2022, but just at a little bit of a lower level. And in 2022 is when what happened? What happened? Interest rates went way up. I mean, how high? What was the highest they got? Anybody remember? 8.5%, wasn't it? Yeah, it was close. I mean, it was close to 9. So definitely huge change. And it happened, of course, in the worst time, right there. you can see what happened when listings started, dumping on and they're not selling either. The absorption wasn't happening as fast either. All right, King County residential only. New listings we saw in October is 2027. Same time last year was 1583. Total active, like I said before, was 2870. Same time last year was 2296. It's up 0.25%. Pendings is 1939. Last year, same time was 1457. So it's actually up 33%. That's pretty good. Why do you think that happened?
Interest rates drop.
Yeah, interest rates changed a tiny bit. They went down, they cut it. And all of a sudden people are like, oh, they cut the rate, let's go buy again. What happened just last week, besides elections, but what happened? They cut again, how much? Quarter. Yeah, it's not too big of a deal, and they already predetermined like what was gonna happen, so rates didn't do much. So they're still hovering right above the, 7. So it's not too crazy. All right, so
So Eric, look at the number. So you said pendings are up 33.08, right?
yep,
Go to Southeast King County, guys. That's where we live right here. What's that number? 53.21.
yeah.
So screw the 33, look at the 53.
Yeah, you can see the breakdown of every MLS area, and there's huge. The area 360s changed in 130%.
Area 340 up 83%.
Yeah,
Huge.
that's crazy. Pendings 1939, last year same time, but yeah, I already went over that one. Sorry. Closed 1815, last year same time, it's 1368, up 32, just up about 33%, same thing. Median price though for October is 960. Last year same time was 882, 997. It's up almost 9%. And then the months of inventory were actually under 2 months supply again. Isn't that crazy? For single family residential, last time, it was last month, it was actually, we were really close, to the 3. So it's crazy that all of a sudden that absorption kind of is happening still. Stuff's still selling. All right, let's take a look at condos in King County, because that's a different story.
You have 882 median last year, 960 now. So for your buyers that are waiting for rates to come down, which they're not gonna, look what's happened while they've been waiting.
It's gonna cost them more.
Equity they've left on the table. Rates aren't gonna help them.
No. Condos, new in October is 804. Last year, same time was 574. Total active is 1682. Last year, same time was 1065. It's up. For inventory is 58%. Pendings is 549. Last year, same time was 448. It's up 22.54%. And then closed is 488. Last year, same time, 420. It's up barely 16%. And then price is 562.5. Last year, same time was 540. It's up barely over 4%. But there's a 3.45 month supply. So there's still a lot of inventory for the condos, which we're hearing. There's more and more issues happening with insurance, which that's something I'm guessing, it's going to be on the horizon into 2025. We're going to have to stay close to the, to the pavement with our association and find out like how's, the Realtors Association going to help push back on some of these stuff. But I guess it's going to be very difficult with different things with insurance. And we may end up starting to see more 22 VVs come out of the closet. Your forms. Who knows what the 22 VV is? Oh, I see a hand way in the back sitting down. Who is?
Jim.
Jim? Oh, what form is that?
That's about homeowners. Or no, basically, water, basically insurance for the.
Home insurance contingency addendum. We're hearing buyers getting turned down. And when there's one deal that's going on right now, and it's probably going to go to court, but waived everything. This is multi-million-dollar property on the east side, lots of competition. They ended up waiving everything under the sun, and there's an issue with insurance. They can't get insurance. There's no contingency for it. They had nothing for it, and they're trying to figure it out. It's got a hillside, giant hill on it and stuff because there's been issues with slide. Insurance companies are like, no way, we're not going to touch this. So we might be bringing that one back out to start be utilizing in deals, and condos are probably gonna be the first ones. We might kind of start seeing it more. So more to come on that. All right, let's take a look at Pierce County. So total active is 1818. Last year, same time was 1389 for residential. And again, following the same kind of trend from 2022, it's down a little bit lower than it was at the height, but definitely not as good as in 2023. Residential only for all of Pierce County new listings in October was 999. Last year, same time, 788. Total active, 1818, like I said. And then total active in 2023 was 1389. It's up almost 31%. Pendings is 1,072. Last year, same time, 776. It's up 38%. Same thing. You can kind of see in the different areas like where it's even way higher. Closed deals, 908. Last year, same time, 718. That's a percent of, almost 26.5%. Up 580 for the median price for all of Pierce County. Last year, same time, is 530. That's up 9.43%. And there's a 2-month supply. So same thing, Pierce County, single family and residential, the supplies just come way, way down. If stuff's not selling, people are holding it back, and they're gonna wait till when?
Spring break.
Spring, they're gonna wait till next year. They're gonna wait for at least 61 days. At least, because you're off for 61 days, what happens? The CDOM starts over, it goes back to 0. But the history is always gonna be there. So be sure you guys are looking at history when it comes to the beginning of the year for your properties, for your clients, and take a look and see if they were on the market before. All right, let's look at the condos. 85 total new listings in October. Last year, same time, 71. Total active, 193. Last year, same time, 132. Inventory's up 46.21%. Pendings, though, 77. Last year, same time, 67. It's barely up 15%. Closed to 69. Last year, same time, 63. It's up, 9.5%. But the price, 385. Last year, same time was 420. And so it's off 8.33%, but it is under 3-month supply at 2.80. So again, a bunch of inventory like we had the past 3 months, especially condos. Anybody who has condo listings, they've been slow, a lot of them, very slow. There's a lot of competition out there. So same message as last month, right? Gotta be the shiniest listing out there if you're going on the market during those times. You got to be able to have the best looking property to get the draw for the most amount of clients. And we talked about last month about the Redfin strategy. Did anybody implement that? Raise your hand if you tried it. Oh, I did. I saw some other people. What did you see? Did you see more people come to the open?
I had 3 people come by on a Wednesday
Yeah, that's not bad.
between 4 and 6.
Did you ask how they found the listing?
Yeah. Coincidentally, none of them said online they saw my sign or something.
Okay. Yeah, we've had a few people actually get some success from it. So keep that concept in mind. I would continue with that. All right. With that, I have Janet Olson coming over from Fidelity National Home Warranty to talk about some home warranty stuff. I'll let you drive. Just click that right.
All right.
Yeah.
So, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm so used to being here in the mornings. It's nice to see all of you guys and put some faces to names. You know that I took Cheryl Garrison's position back in June. Now it's been a big letdown for a lot of you, but I hope that those that I have worked with are still satisfied. So I wanted to come and introduce you to a new product that John L. Scott has invested in on your behalf. Crest E&O Insurance, as you all know, in 2022, the Inman report stated that the E&O insurance has gone up 19% and has continued to climb and has continued to be a problem. And that shouldn't be really a surprise because back in the day, we weren't having any inspections because you wanted to get the house, you wanted to get that deal. Then we go to having higher prices of houses, and then you start adding the high interest rate And people are moving into these expensive, most expensive investment in their life. Things are happening. And guess what? Things break down, they get mad, they feel tapped out, and they're gonna sue. It's proven everywhere. So E&O has become a real important topic. So John L. Scott purchased E&O through Crest Insurance Company. And we have partnered with John L. Scott through Fidelity Crest. So you are all now protected with Crest by John L. Scott. And if you purchase a Crest home warranty, there are some benefits to this. So Crest offers, instead of a 12-month plan, a 13-month plan to the buyer. If you purchase the Crest warranty, there's 3 things for you guys to remember, okay? It's a member broker, so the broker agent, John F. Scott broker, you're the agent, you guys are covered. The listing agent, because you guys are covered, if you have seller's coverage, and this is only good if you actually purchase at closing. If you have seller's coverage and you close that deal, the seller is covered for 180 days against an E&O claim up to $50,000. You, as the agent, get up to $5,000 towards the deductible for a lawsuit through John L. Scott. So they've made a huge investment. And the buyer gets 13 months coverage. So as I said, you pay for the plan at closing, just like any warranty plan. This plan is identical. If any of you have looked at the other Fidelity warranty packets, the plans are identical, the same exact coverage. It's just $30 more per plan because you get that extra 13 months plus you get that E&O protection. Sellers. Again, the sellers will get that 180-day coverage. What you would have to do in order for them to be registered is to fill this little piece of paper out, send me the information, I can fill it out for you, and send it into the Crest Insurance Company. The seller does have the option for $100 or $200 to move that coverage from 180 up to 360 days. So they can have a full year of $50,000 coverage for an E&O claim. We all know it only takes one lawsuit, right? All that hard-earned work. And now you guys are already fighting this new seller's buyer's commission thing. It's like, last thing you need to do is put more scrutiny out there for you. So again, I told you the seller gets free protection in case of a lawsuit. It's a nice listing tool. Okay, we just talked about how listings might be going down a little bit right now. Well, here you go. You can come and talk to you, add this to your listing package and tell them, if I list this house, we're going to supply you with a Crest plan and you guys are protected for up to 180 days or longer if you want. And so the extension is 180 days for 100. Well, the 180 days is free with the plan. And then you could add 100 to 200, depending on if they want. I can't remember if it was 280 up to 360 days. And the next thing is the buyer's protection. Again, buyers get 13 months of protection, and it's guaranteed, and it's actually been proven that in the first 90 days, there will be a claim on a home because the systems and appliances are used differently by new homeowners. You might have a washer that's only been used once a week, and all of a sudden you've got babies in the house and you're using it every day. That changes how it gets used, or that changes the wear and tear in it. Another thing that I need to let you guys know, seller's coverage is awesome for the seller, but it is with the intent that the plan get purchased. And the only way you're gonna get the benefit is if the plan is purchased at closing. You still have the same benefits if you have seller's coverage and there's a problem that goes on before it goes into contract, we will still cover that. Once it's in contract and there's a problem with the listing or with this, appliance or a system in the house, we do need to have the buyers contacted. We do need to find out who is purchasing that plan and in order for us to come out and repair those repairs before it goes into the buyer's hands. Which is easy for the seller, right? They don't have to deal with it. You just call us, we'll take care of it. Are there any questions? No?
When we have it, when the home's listed before it goes into contract, is there, like, when you purchase one of these warranties for a buyer, let's say for a seller, if you need to make a claim, do we need to have paperwork endorsed before anything to take place? Like, do we need to fill out a form for it to make a claim if we need to?
No, so if you're gonna use seller's coverage, and I do believe you have a TC that puts seller's coverage on.
Yeah, so every listing gets a
Yeah.
free coverage during the listing, but as soon as it goes pending, then
Correct.
then it's off unless they pay for
Unless
it.
you pay for
Yeah.
it.
So do we
Yes.
have to fill something out up front and submit that for that listing duration, or is it just auto?
Your TC automatically does
We add
that
those
for
for
you.
every listing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is up to you to let them know or let me know if you're going to, once you go into contract and your intent is to purchase,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then you need to let us know so we can add the buyer information.
Sure.
Another thing I wanted to really point out is during seller's coverage, the heating system is not included unless you pay the $80. Okay, that's really important. So for $80, you can add that and you need to let your TC know because that is usually not added in. Another thing that I have found, seller's coverage does not, and you cannot add washer, dryer, and refrigerator. I just had a situation at a different office where the day they were closing, the buyer's agent said, the refrigerator's not working, it's not cooling in the refrigerator part, but the freezer's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll get the home warranty company out there today. We'll have it fixed. Go ahead and sign. It's not covered. So buyer signed. The buyer's agent is now on the hook to help fix that refrigerator because the seller's agent, listing agent didn't understand. That's why I am here. It is important. I'm here and I will always answer my phone, respond to you. If you have any questions, please reach out because the last thing we want to do is put one of your colleagues in a bad situation, not get the referral because you didn't have the information. I am available. If I can't get to you right away, I'm going to tell you when I can. I'm going to let you know that I got your message. So there's no reason why you guys won't have the right answer. Hey, I really am glad I was here and I love the energy too. It's great. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, time for a legal update, because you know I love throwing those in. And of course, I'm gonna give you a pop quiz, right? Take your number 2 pencils out. What is NWMLF's Form 22E? Raise your hand if you know. What is the 22E? Raise your hand high so people can see. If you don't know it, it's okay. That's why we do this in class. What is it, Andrew? FERPTA. Oh, yeah, 22E is the FERPTA certification. Right? Yeah. So if you didn't know that, you might want to come to forms class. Okay. Question number 2, if number 14 on Form 21 is marked, I do not need the 22E FERPTA certification. Is that correct?
False.
Yeah, wrong. It's a disclosure form and it's needed in every single transaction. Okay, question number 3, who is exempt from providing one in a transaction?
In the state, like,
In the state, you think?
Nobody.
Nobody?
I rest to
States
get
are foreign
one better.
investors.
No one. No one's exempt. Not estates, nobody. Nobody's exempt. The IRS is gonna get their money, right? I love that saying. We have what it takes to take what you have.
If it's a truck that's got ownership,
They'll still have to provide it, whoever's gonna, designate it to make the
This
disclosure.
could be a foreign investor.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, another question. Does the 22E FERPA certification go on the addenda line,
No.
better known as the catalog? Why not?
I was at the draft like a lawyer class
It's a
and
disclosure.
Annie Fitzsimmons talked about how, yes, it's required, but it's not part of the contract.
Okay.
And it doesn't go on the addenda line, and it
Right.
does not get in the same PDF as the actual PSA.
Yep, that's correct. So no, it's a disclosure form, just like you would not put Form 17 on the addenda line. So we're seeing lots of mistakes right now with this. So the funny thing is like the 22E FERPA form, it's been around forever. The whole time, like forever. And the funny thing is that title companies used to help you guys out, and they're the ones that kind of started this trend to where, oh, we got it for you. They want your business, right? We want business from you, so we got it. We're gonna get it for you. Don't worry about it. We have it. Well, the funny thing is, like title and escrow, they have to have this. They have their own affidavit form that they get filled out too. But title and escrow, it's not their job to have it. It's actually ours. And it's actually right in the boilerplate language of our purchase and sale agreements. It is actually in there that sellers have to provide this. They have to. When do you think the best time is to have this?
Before you list the house.
Yeah, before you list out, like when you're getting stuff filled out, that you should have this as part of your listing package. And it absolutely should be uploaded in your supplements to the listing. Keith?
Is there a problem if somebody submits a purchase and sale agreement and then they list the 22 or Form 17 on the addenda line? Is that a problem?
If you're the listing broker, you better definitely counter that. You never want those added to the agreement. If you do that, it can be extremely detrimental to the seller. That means they're personally like guaranteeing that disclosure. It's a part of the agreement. They make a mistake. Oh, has the roof leaked in the last 5 years? Oh man, I guess it was 4.5 years ago. Think about that. That's a part of the agreement now. Like if you have the Form 17 on there, same thing. So if mistakes on FERPA is made, never, ever, ever should disclosures be a part of the agreement.
So if we see a Form 17 or 22E, we would, it's wise to just go ahead and counter that.
Yeah.
And strike it out.
So this is going back to the catalog, if you had to do that, you literally can just cross it. You don't even need initials. It's a huge misconception in our industry that has become, a habit. If it's the Form 17, I don't mind if you guys cross that one off and actually initial it, because it really needs to stand out that this is not a part of the agreement. And I see the Form 17 all the time, a lot, unfortunately. Yeah, and I see a lot of head shaking, even on offers you guys are receiving. Okay, so general term J, this is a part of the boilerplate language, states that this, sellers for citizenship. Buyer can actually terminate the agreement on you if they don't get it provided. So that's a whole nother mess that doesn't even get mentioned. I can see some head shaking,
Well, yeah,
Did you get a termination on one?
no, I was slacking off on it and the other agent sent it in. I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, they end up terminating on you and you think, oh, this person's got no contingencies
It
left.
says-
They're not gonna walk.
I think on the request, it says if
If you don't.
if you
within
don't
3
send
days.
it.
Yeah.
Is there a timeline?
There's a timeline.
Oh, okay.
10 days, it says by default that you have to provide this form. Within the 10 days, if it doesn't happen, buyer gets 3 days they'll give you a notice, they get 3 days, and if you don't get it, they can
We
walk.
can walk.
Yep, and get their earnest money back.
Put that. There.
So it's stuff just stuff like this that people really forget about. Actually, what was the last thing I wanted to say? Highlight. Oh, use in every transaction, this form or equivalent form, what they're talking about is escrows, should be completed by seller, but really it's got to be done in the beginning. Just listing brokers, it's got to be a part of your paperwork. Has to. It's really nowadays in age, it's considered lazy. If the supplements are empty, if the only thing in there is the legal description, lazy. There's just no other excuse. All right. Speaking of forms class, our next forms class is tomorrow, Kent North, obviously. 22A financing addendum. We do a deep dive going through the forms manual, scenarios, issues. And I know a lot of you guys have questions about financing contingencies, and we do a really good job about going in deep and just going over everything. So show up to that. It's tomorrow from 10 to 11:30. And of course, we have it on Zoom too. All right, upcoming events. A lot of stuff coming up, good stuff. Career Elevate, we have Kelsey coming in. Again, this is our financial strategies for real estate agents. This is a fantastic class. Definitely show up if you've not taken this yet. I know, Vanessa, you guys do a women's group session on once a month, is that right? And do it right here, and you always have a good turnout and pick up clients every single time. So it's a really good one. So it'll be on Monday. And then Guide to Successful Client Events. Yvonne is not here. She had a friend in town who popped in last minute, so she's hanging out with them. But Yvonne is the queen of events. She has done so many good ones. Her last one she made money. Is that correct? She made money from having the event. If you want to find out how the heck can someone do that, you better show up. So she's going to put this on here. It's going to be live only, no Zoom. Get your questions answers, but she's done a ton of different really cool things. She always gets referrals from people from these events. So realistically, if you've never done an event, I would say show up, get some really good ideas, and put one on. Also coming up, we have legal lunch on the 21st, and they're going to be here live. So John and Aaron will actually be here. So we'll have legal lunch. You guys will be able to come get your questions answered and stuff like that. And then they're going to perform the class via Zoom. So they'll be able to get the Zoom link and then share that for the people who can't make it. But it'll be a good time for everyone to show up. So please make it to that. And then the holiday party. All right, we got to get RSVPs done by December 2nd, so please get those in. Email Kayla, she'll be able to put you on the list. It's going to be December 5th at 6 p.m. at Adrian's Restaurant and Tequila Bar in Bellevue. And we just found out that Bellevue, Maine's having their party the same night, just like...
Yep, so we're crashing yours.
So coming down, right down the street of ours, so it'd be pretty funny to see a bunch of John L. Scott people take over Main Street in Bellevue. So it'll be fun. All right, company news and highlights. The Daily Connect Challenge is running in your handout. You do have those sheets. Basically, sign up today. You can still jump in anytime. It's 20 days, 30 minutes, 100 connections. So from one meeting, you get one entry, to win yard signs. And speaking of winning, does anybody on the back of their handouts have green dice on the back? We randomly put them in there. So if you have green dice on the back, who's got one?
I got one.
You got one? All right, you're gonna roll one die, highest die and win. Who's the other one?
Where do I roll it anywhere?
Out here.
Oh.
Balance?
Mine's below.
Yep, that's what it is. Yours is blue.
Okay.
All right, so throw your dice and let's see who's winning.
Not a gambler.
Me neither.
Okay, so what's the point, high or low?
High.
High, okay, here goes.
Highest one wins. Oh, a one and a whole. One. All right, roll it again.
One.
I got 3-1 on
That's
that.
funny.
Cheating.
It was a one. Alice lost.
All right, Alice, congrats. You won $50 for fingerprint.
Tony.
Thank you.
Yep.
I didn't even bribe him.
Right on. All right. So what they're going to do in the Daily Connect is going to add one person to your database. You're going to write a note card, send a text message, comment on Sphere's social media posts, schedule an in-person meeting, phone calls, and video messages. I've got 2 connections for referrals from past buyers. So a couple of people have already started this and they've already started to get business. it just happens. You guys, the recent engagements you do, phone to phone, voice to voice, or face to face is just naturally how business happens. So if you're not getting business right now, you need to do more of that. It's just plain and simple. All right, last but not least, we got some JLS featured tools. If you wanted to get on Tech Thursdays, they're doing Engage Education hours. It's from 10 to 11. You can scan that or just register at jlstraining.com. They've got a bunch of different ones to basically go in a little bit deeper into getting into Engage, the CRM system, and just using it in all sorts of different ways. So they're doing some very micro meetings to learn, learning sessions. So it makes it a little bit easier to taking it in bite sizes rather than those like 3-hour ones where you're like, I'm lost already in the first 30 minutes. So those are fantastic. Navigating forms, practice changes. On your My Desk, that black bar right underneath the header, it is the new legal kind of like section to where you can get to all the new updated forms, buyer packets, disclosures, all the new stuff is in that. So if you click there, it'll take you right to that section. Aaron worked with the VP of Leadership and Development and Jeff Cohen and them, and then they rebuilt that whole thing. So it's kind of like the new legal kind of like section where if you need to find stuff for buyers, it's all in there. But really good stuff. Also the buyer representation agreement FAQ, which is great for clients because sometimes they're just like, wow, this is too much stuff to understand. Here's a frequently asked questions packet. Let them, scan through that and it just gives them a lot more insight. All right, let's hear from our trusted partners, Mr. Aaron Hafner, Mortgage Minute. He is not here. Unfortunately, he's sick. So he had canceled last night and so I had to take his slides out. But hopefully he feels better soon. But he always has questions for us. And here's this trivia question. He always gives us a good one. So, only known as store number 1 on receipts. This chain shop in the CIA headquarters keeps everything under wraps. They cannot even ask for a name on the order. Does anybody know what company this is? It's in the CIA. No?
Starbucks.
Who said it first?
Starbucks.
Yeah, it's Starbucks. They have a Starbucks in there, but they can't even ask their names. Pretty interesting,
They
huh?
wouldn't get them right anyway.
I was gonna say.
Probably. All right, second question for trivia. This car company is known for adding hidden designs of a character, animal, or object that is carved or painted somewhere on each automobile.
Dodge or
Chevrolet.
Jeep. Dodge or Jeep, one of the two.
Chevrolet, I think.
Jeep or Dodge.
Jeep. Yeah. God, really?
The
I
Dodge
know.
has that too.
Yeah,
I
they
have-
have them in the
Dodge
center
does it.
console. They'll have them on the back if you open it
Yeah.
up. Depends on what brand. The Dodge does it now with the TRX underneath.
Ah,
And the
Yeah, and they're
Raptor has
called
that from
Easter
the Ford as well.
Easter eggs. Very cool. So yeah, so there's his trivia questions, but Aaron, hopefully we'll be back next time. Access home closing, obviously you guys need any help with that. You can click right in your My Desk. It's very, very easy. It's so convenient. Just click, order your preliminary title. It all shows up in there. All your deals show up in there. It's very, very nice to have quick access to access. I didn't mean to do that. But I do love the fact that it's actually cheaper too, and they don't overcharge for all the other different stuff for signings, remote signings, notaries, recording services. It's all the flat $1,300 fee. It's almost like builder cost without having to pay, those additional charges. And if you need help, book with chase.com. Chase is awesome. He'll meet with you, go one-on-one, do deep dive, help you get farms to, bring up for neighborhoods. But he is, definitely there to help you guys out. And with that, here is our quote of the month. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. From John F. Kennedy. So that is that. Thank you, guys. Did anybody get a response? Oh, we got someone from the text. You got one for Winter?
Richard.
Oh, from Richard. Oh my goodness, what did you get?
I got 215 million, sell my house, buy Bill Gates' house, good condition. I got 1.2 for a condo.
You got two responses.
Three. I got
Three
1.7
responses.
on a piece of land. And all of my buddies just.
Okay.
Making crap out of you.
Well,
Said 215.
hopefully someone will get a response and actually get an appointment. All right, that is it, everyone. Thank you guys for making it. Appreciate you all.
It brings the algorithm back.
That does. Observant.
Great.
That's exactly what I knew they were gonna respond.
Yeah.
Because they always do that. Anything I post. They'll post it.
Yeah.
It's